Are there any specific plays from the last 2 years that he's made that you were on the court for and you were just like, what the fuck? How did he do that?
I mean, that block that he had this year was unreal. I mean, I had a front row seat for it. I was right there.
It was crazy.
What
was going through your head when he blocked?
Coach used to get on me all the time for fouling in those situations. I just fouled in that situation last night, but I just try not to foul. Hoping the guy missed a layup. I didn't really know Ja was running like that, and he's all over the backboard, catching it with two hands and running the other way. It was a special play. And then he just had another play 2 games ago when he caught the windmill dunk. Last night, he probably had 3 or 4 Sportscenter top 10. It's just, at this point, it's becoming routine. We play, Ja's on a highlight reel somewhere.
It's funny because we talk about it, like we were talking about it with Draymond the other day, but like when you have guys like Steph is like this in his own way, he's very different basketball-wise. It's interesting to what their teammates are thinking while this is happening, because everyone on the court is an NBA player.
For sure.
There's one guy doing shit like that.
For sure. It's not fair to say that it's like normal, because it's definitely not. But we see it so much. It's just like, that's just Ja. Like, that's who we know Ja as. And then when we go on the road and you hear the oohs and ahs and you see the way that these other players talk about him, you really get an appreciation for how special he really is. Like, there's nobody in the league that's, doing stuff like him. He's like a mix of like healthy Derrick Rose and AI. Like, he's one in his own.
Yeah.
When we had Andre Iguodala on last year, he talked about how when Steph would go on his runs, he wouldn't even quite realize what was happening in the game because he's locked in on the defensive plan. He's got to guard the other team's player. He's thinking of the next play. Yeah. It wasn't until after the fact that he would be like, oh, Steph had 25 in the first quarter. Like, he wouldn't even quite realize it. The difference to a degree with Ja is that these are singular athletic events that defy what should be possible.
The block defies logic.
Yeah, exactly.
He said it when he did the windmill the other day. It was after you're talking about the one after the whistle, right? Yeah, we did that. He said, I was thinking about doing between the legs. And you're like, what? No, I'm just going to windmill instead.
Yeah. Do you have non-teammates? Do you have young guys around the league that you just like to watch?
I really like Tyrese Maxey. I thought that every time we've played against him, he's been real solid. Tyrese Halliburton, I like him a lot. Solid, can do a little bit of everything. LaMelo and Edwards, obviously special guys. But, people were saying coming into it that our 2020 draft class was weak or below average or whatever you want to call it. But, I think that we're going to go down as one of the better classes.